Batman issue 125. That is right, folks. We are leaving a very controversial era of Batman behind because, Tom King didn't sell the books like he should have. James Tynion left abruptly. Williamson just filled in his own work until we got to Shadow War. But now we're here, folks. We can do a new Batman story with Chip Zdarsky writing. And I guess this is on me for thinking this was going to break the mold. Because it didn't. I think this is a consistent Batman book that'll make people happy. Or it won't. It's confusing. Look, Zdarsky's coming off of Daredevil, and he's actually still writing Daredevil, which is pretty impressive that he's writing Daredevil and Batman, two characters that have pretty much the same identity at times. That's very fascinating to me. And I guess, you want to do Batman. That's the character every writer is going to want to do. But I also think when you are given the flagship title of Batman, the character who is going to be the character, there's something about that just breeds a lack of innovation, I guess is the word I'm looking for. And there's nothing inherently wrong with this book. I think it's beautifully drawn, incredibly well written. It just doesn't inspire this flair. And it's weird because I just sang the praises of Public Domain on my live stream the day before I'm recording this, and that just was brilliant. And I think Zdarsky's a talented guy. Maybe Batman is just in a perpetual state of arrested development. He can never fully change who he is. Even if we explore new ideas, he's kind of stuck where he is. So we open up this book. It's in another time. It tells us that Batman's having a bad dream. There's an explosion in the Batcave. The three Jokers take down the Bat family. Bruce wakes up, and his first thing to do, after having a nightmare, he's going to call Selina. But when he calls Selina, we see that Selina is hooking up with some guy, Valmont. Is that Ghostmaker or something? Either way, another story where we're cucking Batman. I get it, but I also don't get it. I thought Zdarsky would be like, I'm going to make at least Bruce cooler, but whatever, he's not. So, again, we first see the Cat and the Bat interacting. They are not wearing clothes. They are in their sleeping gear, which is just their underwear, and it's like, okay. That's something. But you see that the theme of the book is kind of like the elites of Gotham are being targeted by something. There's one guy who's a sniper on a roof. He's threatening to kill more people. Batman comes to attack him and takes him down. And he sees that, oh no, he actually killed these people already. And we see that this is the building that has one of Bruce's friends living in it, and these people are already dead. So Bruce comes to get the gun, and he's like, who sent you? Who hired you? And we see that it's Cobblepot, Oswald Cobblepot, the Penguin, looking a lot like Danny DeVito in this book. And he's like, I am like you, Gothamites. I started from nothing and worked my way up, but these elites, these Silver Spoon kids, they don't know shit about nothing. They're terrible people. Ugh. He's like, Colin and Clara Fitzroy were just a drop in my bucket list, as were the rest. The wealthy of Gotham have fed long enough. Your feast is over. Okay. Okay, Cobblepot. That's at least an idea I don't hate, where Cobblepot is like, I was one of these elite pricks. I was on their level, but because of how I look, they all talk shit about me. And he's like, screw it, I'm just going to kill them. I think that's a story. I think there's something there. It's the best part of this book. So Tim shows up because Batman has been a little too unhinged recently. Yada, yada, yada. If you haven't read the current books, he doesn't have any money. Yada, yada, yada. They're all worried. The whole family's like, Bruce, we're all a little concerned about you. We think you're not being Bruce Wayne enough. Maybe you should go out and be Bruce Wayne. He's like, I'm just about to go out and be Bruce Wayne because there's a big gala going on, and I think this is where Oswald's going to attack the next people. So while I'm going to pretend to be like the socialite playboy Bruce Wayne, I'm actually going to be Batmaning. So I'm actually not really doing anything new. Am I? Not really. So the persona comes out of Bruce Wayne. He's got a nice blonde on his arm. They're walking into a building. And he's like, Tim's kind of the best Robin, isn't he? He's really capable. He's really got like the duality of this job balanced. Clearly, I don't hate this, but you're clearly seeing Zdarsky like, no, I watched Batman Returns. It's going to be Danny DeVito. No, I grew up reading Tim Drake. It's gonna be Tim Drake. Like, I I don't hate that. I get it. I don't think it's adding anything, if that makes sense. So we see Cobblepot's there. He's like, prepare to be served for whatever reason. You all deserve to be here. Now you're going to die. And he sets off this gas. It's going to blow everything up. And you see that Tim snuck in a utility belt for Bruce to put on. He takes off his jacket and puts on a very, Zorro-esque Batman mask. And he's ready to go fight Cobblepot. And it's like a big fight. But what we learn is that it's not actually Cobblepot who is fighting. It's Clayface, and Clayface is just pretending to be Cobblepot. He's like, ha ha ha, I'm doing this big, grandiose thing, Batman. People have finally figured out how to use me properly, Batman. It's fantastic. But Bruce is like, okay, dude, here's the thing. Last time we met, I injected you with some shit. I'm going to turn it on and kill you, okay? He's like, what? You're going to do that? He's like, try me. You really want to play this game? You tell me where the Penguin is, or I'm going to kill you. And as he's doing that, we see that the gunman from earlier, who's still kind of beat up, he shoots Tim in the neck. Right in the neck. That's right in the neck, in the throat. Tim should be dead, but it's comic, so probably not. A big explosion goes off. Bruce is like, oh, Clayface, you keep these people safe, or I'm going to kill you. He's like, yeah, I got it. So we see Batman runs out with Robin in his arms. They get in the Batmobile. He's like, you have to get me out of this thing, or the secret identity thing is gone. Everything we've done, our war on crime is done. It's like, this happened to me before with Jason Todd, and I had to get him out of the suit, so I'm going to do that with Tim, too. And he takes him out of the suit, and it's kind of cool. And we see him rushing to a hospital, and then we cut to a silhouette of Batman in a hospital room. You think he's talking to Tim Drake, but he's not. It's like, he's actually talking to Cobblepot, and this is where we get the big reveal that I kind of already spoiled, where Cobblepot's like, I'm dying of mercury poisoning. I'm going to kill all the elites of this city. They're all pieces of shit anyways. Screw all of this. Everyone sucks. The city's terrible. I hate it here. And he's like, but before that happens, Batman, I got one last joke to play on you. The Penguin eats some cyanide, and I don't know. It's just like, hey, it looks like Batman killed the Penguin. And the nurses are like, oh my goodness, Batman killed the Penguin. I'm like, I'm sorry. I know this is a new run, but I'm like, are we doing this again? Are we doing this again, really? Like, isn't this every other Batman book? Okay, sure. I guess that's something. So the Penguin's last stand against the Batman was to frame him for the murder of Oswald Cobblepot. And I'm like, whatever. It's an interesting idea that really just lost its footing, because it's like, who gives a shit at that point? Bruce is like complaining and just like being brooding in the room. Oracle calls him and she's like, have you seen Tim? Are you okay? Like, what's going on with you? It's pretty broken. Pretty boring. Yeah, whatever. I don't know. It's whatever. And then we see like the end of the book, there is this like Bat Cave, what's happening now, and this thing falls out of it, the fail-safe comes out, and it's a big robot-looking bat thing that's clearly going to be a McFarlane figure in a couple of weeks. Like, I don't know. It's kind of fun, but I'm like, it really missed that specialty, I guess. I don't know. There's a backup with Catwoman, written by Zdarsky. It's kind of playful. It's, again, one of those things where it's like, I feel everybody wants to write Selina more than Bruce, but whatever. I don't know how I feel about this book. There are certain elements where I'm like, oh, this is really fun, really engaging, well written. There's parts of me where I'm like, this is just another story that doesn't feel unique. Doesn't have like, the art is good, but it's not like breathtaking. It's not spectacle. It's kind of just like, you're giving Jorge exactly the right tools to make something we've seen him do before. I don't know. I really think this is going to be an interesting run, and if this video does good, we'll cover more of it. I don't know. I'm very curious to see what people are going to think of this one. It feels like we're getting the ground running, and I don't know if that ground's going to be something that's stable for everybody, but I guess we'll see what happens. Because I don't know, man. I ain't sold yet. So Batman issue 125, I am going to give a 7 out of 10. Now, thank you guys for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.